Hello, and welcome to another amazingly amazing cast by yours truly, Fish, or superfluousfish, depending on what you're looking at there, I guess. And today we're looking at a platinum versus gold game. Don't remember who's who, because I never really do. It is going to be in the bottom right corner, in the red trunks, we have FunkyCrime. Look at my amazing camera work. It's so cinematic, isn't it? If you get as close as possible. What's the button to actually turn? There's a turning button in there. Is it this button? No. Oh, nope, that's not it at all. Control shift? No. Oh, I don't even know. Oh, StarCraft, look at that. Ooh. Alright, in the top left corner, we have our Protoss player, named EightiesGuy. Hip hip hooray. Yep, that's pretty much what's going on for the races there. So what are we going to expect here? I think that's actually maybe one of the first PVZs I've ever actually casted here. But what you usually see in a PVZ for a Protoss player is, well, it depends on what your main goal is. Are you trying to do an all-in? Are you trying to, are you super conservative and you're afraid that there's going to be a huge rush coming your way? If you do, for one of those first choices, usually wall off your main ramp. That's usually a lower league kind of play, because trying to protect your natural is always terrifying, since you never really know what's going to happen. So some people just like what the Terran does. They wall off their very choke-friendly main base right here. But if you're trying to get that natural and go more macro-heavy-ish, doesn't really mean you're going to go for an extremely economic kind of build. But anyway, you try to block off your natural here. I mean, it takes a little bit more work. I mean, you have to build a few more buildings here, and you kind of have to put them in the right way. Otherwise, you're either going to kind of trap some of your larger units behind your main base, or you're just gonna put down buildings in the wrong spot, and then you still can get in anyway. And then you're like, "Fuck! There goes the game." Shit happens. Happens to me lots of times because I play Protoss on occasion. That's right. The Protoss Master Race. Alright, and for our Zerg player, we're looking at a more economic build, and it doesn't really look like we're seeing anything cheesy here. Of course, that doesn't mean that it's not going to be. I mean, sometimes I've seen a few games where they get speed as quickly as possible here, along with a natural here. And they use this natural one kind of as like a decoy, so people think like, oh, there's nothing really cheesy going on. But instead, they're just going to use that as kind of like a macro hatch, so it's not in their base, so they're not going to see that. It's going to be a very kind of all-in-ish kind of build. So it could be a very heavy speedling kind of build, where they just kind of bum rush you as much units as possible and just keep on going until they break through. Cannon on the way here, so he looks like he has EightiesGuy has a pretty nice wall off here, especially with the cannon in the back, and Zerglings won't be able to do anything, and cannons will just keep on firing until they're all dead. So if this is going to be a macro hatch, which it doesn't really look like it since he's already started droning up here, he'd probably use a lot of units. But it looks like it's just going to be a normal kind of economical build, trying to get as many units out as possible. Well, not units, but drones. Units, workers, those little things. So far, you're not really seeing any units out here. So there's 2 Zerglings on the field, 2 Queens, while EightiesGuy has only 1 Zealot. And I see no forward pylon from EightiesGuy as of yet, so I'm not going to see any. Yeah, I'm actually going to go out on a limb and say it's going to be a slow beginnings map here. Oh, looks like he's pausing. This mouse is being a dick. Nice. Alright. So what are we going to see here now? What we see right now is he has gas. Of course, he missed one of his gases in the main right here. I want to think he's gonna tech up to something quick. I mean, he's drawing up pretty hard. He hasn't really made any units. He hasn't really scouted anything. Well, until really now. So that makes me think that he's not too worried about being attacked anytime soon, since really nothing's happened yet. So you have to think he's gonna go something economic. I mean, not economical. Something tech heavy. Maybe go Roach Hydra, or let's see. He's going for his lair, so he might be going for a. Let's see what they tell. I mean, there's no baneling this, so I can't say it's a Ling Bling Muta thing, but it could be just going straight for Mutas. But what FunkyCrime has finally, well, not finally, has incidentally scouted is that there is a Phoenix on the field now. Now, what does that mean? He might be going pretty heavy air, maybe a Phoenix harass. What you do for that, you make about maybe 4 or 5 Phoenixes and just go around and try to pick up drones or any units as much as possible. Possibly even taking out all these overlords, which is actually a pretty nice play. You can supply block him, which is the most annoying fucking thing on the planet. Since, you know, they're like fucking Phoenixes, you won't even have to try. It's the easiest unit in the world. Let's see, but it looks like, I mean, he's trying to build more Phoenixes. Actually, a Void Ray now. So actually, might be something else here. It could be a 1 Phoenix with Void Ray kind of harass. You don't see this very often. Well, you might. I never see this very often when I play. Just on occasion, where the Phoenix will be annoying as fuck, trying to take out, maybe pick out a few units, and the Void Ray, since it's very damaging to anything kind of heavy, takes out the queens really quick, or it's more armored and doesn't really die as quickly as Phoenixes. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on for each side here. It just looks like they're just getting a bunch of minerals. I mean, both of them are pretty high, about 1,000 each, including their gas. I mean, he's pretty close to 800 gas for EightiesGuy. Well, 1,400 for FunkyCrime. So it makes me think he's gonna can get 8 Mutalisks right now, but he can get a bunch of Mutalisks out right away. And say he's just trying to get his creep, getting his third going. Really no harass going on for each player. I mean, has anyone actually... Yeah, 1 worker is killed. That's about it. FunkyCrime's trying to find out if there's any forward pylons or any ninja expansions. Hydra's Den on the way. 2-2 on the way for FunkyCrime as well. And it's not a +1 melee, so I'm not expecting Ultralists anytime soon. So it looks like it's going to be Roach Hydra. Which I think I was wrong in my assessment there. Colossus on the way for EightiesGuy, which is actually a pretty good decision here, even though he hasn't... Has he even scouted? He hasn't scouted. He just knows that there is a spawning pool, and that's about it. And he's got 3 bases. So, that Blind Colossus, that's a pretty good decision. I mean, you can't really go wrong with a Colossus. I mean, if there's Zerglings, if there's actually any kind of ground forces or anything, Colossus will just destroy the fuck out of it. So, looks like he's going for a 2nd Colossus, Thermal Lance on the way. So, actually, does he have any... I don't think he has roaches at all. I think it's just Hydras. Where is the Hydra Den anyway? There it is. Actually, I was wrong about the Roach Hydra then. Now, this is a very risky build for FunkyCrime. I mean, Hydralisks do give you a shit ton of DPS. I mean, they're so strong. So goddamn strong. But they're also very weak. I mean, they get destroyed very quickly, especially if EightiesGuy just keeps making Colossus like it looks like he is. Yeah, those Hydralisks won't have a chance. So look, it'll be EightiesGuy. It'll be his game completely. There goes Phoenix. 13 more on the way. Trying to get some more upgrades. Getting that 2-2. I think he's going to try and find that window once he reaches 2-2. and then he's going to go in and try to harass as much as he possibly can. So he's going straight DPS. And I'm not agreeing with this build at all. I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, roaches would be a good play with this. Roaches can tank a lot of damage, while Hydras could be safe in the back here. But it doesn't look like he's going to go roaches at all. So this is, I think, a very risky play. Not a big fan of it. Of course, you can take out any kind of stalkers or zealots, like no problem with this kind of army. But the Colossus is going to rip this army to shreds. FunkyCrime's going in, trying to do as much damage as he can. Colossus has that thermal lance, so he's just going to do as much damage as possible here. He does take down the third base, which is a nice little victory for him. Did lose a lot of Zerglings out of it and a few more Hydralisks, but not the worst engagement ever. 80s Guy is in hot pursuit of him. Yeah, Hydralisks have the speed now, so it looks like they're going to get away from them. What is he doing now? 2 queens? He really needs to do something because these Colossus and Stalkers are on the way here. And he knows it's here. He really needs to be careful. 24 in production, but against 3 Colossi and 18 Stalkers, Protoss' army is far too strong for this. +1 attack versus 2/2. I mean, the advantage for upgrades for FunkyCrime is fantastic, but there's actually a nice surround coming here. The Colossus can't handle this kind of surround. Does he gonna lose? He does lose 1 Colossus, 2 still up there, 1 gone, and now there's only 1 remaining, a few Stalkers and a Zealot. There's actually a lot of Hydralisks now. I mean, they're actually pretty low in health. They might be actually, it won't, actually. So I mean, that word kind of gets stuck in your head, doesn't it? Coffee. Well, it looks like both sides are backing down. I think FunkyCrime actually could have taken the rest of that battle, could have at least caught up with them and destroyed that lost Colossi. Colossus? The Colossi? Colossi is just 1, right? Colossus. I don't know. But it looks like they're on, FunkyCrime's on 4 base. His 3rd base is back in production. Not exactly fully efficiently mining from it. Yeah, what are we trying to find here? 80s Guy really needs to actually focus more on his upgrades here. He's going against 2/2 and he has only +1 attack, and this isn't good. Is he going for 3/3? Yeah, he's not going. He's going for Burrow. I guess maybe to be annoying and just try to take out a few of these bases. Not a bad idea. I don't think there's actually. He's researching speed for the observer. Okay. Do you have any observers? You don't have any observers on the field, and you're researching. Okay. You do you, bro. Let's see here. We're seeing that FunkyCrime is trying to scout around. Do his best. Roaches are actually on the field there. Completely missed it. Man, I'm not doing so well today. A few Colossi right here. Does get the backside of this army who decides to actually trying to fight, so I guess he wasn't really paying attention there. It's kind of a scary army for both players here. I mean, FunkyCrime does have the upgrade advantage, and he does have those few Vipers out, and the Vipers, if they can get those blinding clouds down, Zerg will just run right over him. And I'm afraid FunkyCrime has too big of an army for 80s Guy here. I mean, he does have the advantage when it comes to units. He's basically maxed out compared to 150 supply. If they do attack from here, it depends on where he is when he's attacking. 80s Guy has, if he stays on his ramps, on one of his ramps here, he's going to win this battle. If FunkyCrime gets him and gets that surround for those Zerglings, this game's over. So if he does yank him. 2 Colossus down, 3 Colossus down, 4th Colossus down. He might actually get this battle. 80s Guy needs to retreat a little bit. Yeah, there it goes. He needs to stick with this Colossi, because the Colossi can win him this battle here. But he's losing units so quickly to this 2/2 army right here. Oh man, 5 Ultralists coming out. I'm surprised he's being Ultralists. Well, maybe not. I mean, you got so many minerals and everything, and you got 4 mining bases, no problem. I guess you could just make whatever the fuck you want. Let's see here. Let's see what the units are. It's not looking good. 9 Stalkers, 15 Stalkers against 1 Colossi versus 5 Ultralists, 7 Vipers, 9 Roaches, 25 Hydralisks, 26 Zerglings. It's not looking good, 80s guy. Oh boy, he just doesn't have the... Yanked. Blinding Cloud goes down. Stalker's not doing anything. Cannon's not shooting at all. This game's pretty much over. I'm not seeing him coming from it. He was just reaching 2-2 as well. But Ultra's coming in from the side, and he GG's. He sees the Ultras, and fuck everything. Yeah, that's bound to happen. So I have to say, FunkyCrime really played this game very well. EightiesGuy had some good units out there, a couple Colossi, but the Vipers really won him the game. He yanked 4 Vikings in the very last battle here, but he didn't really get the right engagement he wanted. As I said before, if you stayed behind here, of course you would lose your third, or if you tried to stay over here, which would actually been a better idea, you would force the unit into a chokehold, and then, you know, unless he actually goes the back way, if he thinks about it, but I would try and take this engagement right here. But instead, EightiesGuy stayed in the middle here. He didn't get into surround, but he did get a nice concave here and destroyed most of those units with those yanked with those Vipers. So, FunkyCrime won that game. He played it very well. So, GG. That was a fun game to watch. So, goodbye.